2nd March, Thursday, 2023. Let's discuss today's market technical outlook via my TWB system. Shall we? Let's do that right now. Now, China market, as you can see right here, yesterday, it blossomed up all the way, and of course, it hit my MA30, it stopped there, and it's something that we expected. Today, this morning, it repeated that feat again. So as long as S&P cannot, as long as China A50 can't break the MA30, there could be some pullback all the way here again, back to the drawing board at 13,200. But of course, if the market can break above the MA30, then of course 13,740 will be my target, right? So watch this closely. But do note, the last time we saw this, when the market got itself resisted by the MA30, the China A50 sold off quite badly, yeah? And it happened before, it happened before, it happened before. So all I can say is this is not a good sign. With the US economy not doing that well right now, I doubt China will be able to benefit from this. So guys, watch out for the MA30. Things can get very, very interesting. Okay, now let's look at the S&P 500 with the 5% indicator that I created myself. Or at least I get my programmer to do it. Okay, so this is the 100% mark at the all-time high at 48.19, and of course this is the 80 percentile, and we all know that anything below 80% is not to be a bear territory. So we all noticed that it happened back then in this May period, whereby the market went below the 80%, and that was where the bear territory was. Okay, then the market rebounded pretty good. We thought the market would recover, but then again, very fast, the market came back down and loses footing and back down, and this time it stayed longer in the bear territory area. Then after that, it rebounded again to the 85, but failed, pulled back, and again, this time around, stayed below the 80%. But the good thing is, this time around, the duration is so much shorter than the last one, hence, therefore, the market recovered strongly. Okay. So now what do we expect here? Now if you take a look from this point, this is the high, this is the previous high, this is the next high, the next one, and here. So by right, the high have been going lower, and that is a downtrend market. And of course, back in this February period, the market broke above the so-called downward trend and the previous high. So everybody in the mindset of theirs, they think that the market is going to go higher, right? So you look at it right now, if I do this, you can see on the screen that the market, when the market broke here, everyone thinks that this is going to be the turnout trend. But the problem is this, a turnout trend cannot come back down. So when the market went up and come back down, you can see here very clear support, a double M shape here. Once the market loses this point, a huge selling came in, and that's why we are seeing it going right back into the downtrend line. So that's why I feel that the market most likely is going to go down to 38.55 again, okay? 38.55 most likely will happen again. So traders, be very careful on this. Now for the Dow Jones, all right, a bit complicated, but you can just bring this away. Let me just take this away right now. Now this is the 100% mark, and this is the 80% mark. Now for the Dow Jones, it only had one period of time back in this October, whereby we know there's a low where everybody thinks that it'll go down. In fact, Mike Wilson believed that the Dow Jones will come back down to the October low, which is like very possible. Okay, let's do it in the math form. From 100% to 80%, the market recovered all the way, and it was at so near to the 95% back then. Okay, now it's back down at the 90th percent mark, and we can see very visibly, okay, the difference, the in between on 90 to 95 is here, the 92.5, and the market seemingly always get resisted here. So if you look at technical aspect, right, that means that the Dow Jones most likely will have to come down to this area. This is the 92.5 area. This is like the 90. No, this is 87.5 area, which is at 32,335. Okay, so the Dow Jones has to break below this figure, then it will go down to the 85% mark, which is the 31411 level. Okay, and of course, if anything lower than that, it may go to the next one, but until then, we talk about it. So if you ask me, right, I still think the Dow Jones will test 32,335 within the next 2 weeks. Okay, this is my personal view on the Dow Jones. And of course, if you have Dow Jones, you have definitely you have the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ obviously is way below the 80% mark. That means in the bear territory for a long time. And look at it right now, most likely 11,745 is a very important support level. Shall the market breaks it, we can see going back all the way down to 11,000 again. So traders, based on what I'm seeing right now, we still have some room to go. So maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but definitely within the next 2 weeks, the selling should be coming in. Okay. All right, let's look at the TWB chart right now. Let's take a look here. All right. Okay, this is the TWB chart. Let's give a moment. Let me just bring in the latest one right here. Okay. Okay, for today, the Dow Jones now, you can see that today is trading for the Dow above the pivot 1, 32,725. And as long as the market stays above 32,725, the market will go back up again. Now, this morning, the Dow Jones did come down, but as long as the market stays above OP and pivot 1, usually we will prefer to buy, yeah? So, the BNB, which is here right now, 32,808 will be the first resistance at the moment. So, as long as the market stays below 808, there will be downside pressure. So now we are in the what do you call, in the line whereby it's either going to be a buy or a sell. So watch out for 32,725. Okay, if the Dow go below this number, selling is expected. Yep. Okay. So the KSI is actually red, but interestingly, okay, the KSI is red, but my KRW is cyan. So we have a bit of mixed bag here, and that explains why the retaliation this morning. 32,829 is the MA 200 level. I believe that is another reason why the market cannot really go up down. But just remember this, guys. The MLP and my pivot 1 is very near one another. So once the market loses this number, 32,725, go for the sell. Yep. The NASDAQ. Well, the NASDAQ basically is now using the pivot to 11,882 as a form of support. Interestingly, the boys have been buying. Interestingly, well, believe it or not, they are buying. So that probably explains why the market is trying to hold above 11,882. But same thing again, guys. If the NASDAQ breaks below 11,882, I suspect that you go down to 11,790 in the near term. Okay, guys. So watch out for this NASDAQ. Now, 11,990 will be the resistance. If the market do rebound, that should be the resistance for today. Okay. S&P 500, well, as I mentioned to you, 39.40 is a cash market for the for us itself. This is CFD, so it's very more than 39.40. Okay, the thing is this, the MLP for today is 39.60, and this morning the market really hit that perfectly. Let me show to you right now on the 5-minute chart. You can see very, very clearly that the market actually touched 39.60 exactly there, and then really stopped there. You can take a look right now. Beautiful. The market went all the way up, touched 39.60, beautifully stopped there, and then what happened? Pulls back all the way down. So this tells you that the market really take the MLP very, very seriously, and I suspect that if things go bad, if the market breaks down again, there is a very good possible chance, because if you look at it, this is where the market came down, hit my MA 200 and stopped there, right? And I've been telling my students this, whenever you see the MA 200 get stopped around the area, there have been big movements coming in, and bang, it came all the way down. So if you would ask me, I believe that there will be another wave down later in the evening or tonight. Okay, so traders, watch out for all these numbers. Yep. Okay, that is the S&P. So if it breaks down, 39.24 is the first support, that's a pivot 2, and the next number will be 39.09. Okay, KSI and KRW are not good at all at the point right now. Okay, all right, for Hong Kong, well, Hang Seng, we have a very strong recovery yesterday, and it went all the way up and touched the BNB beautifully. Okay, now usually we saw this, the market will pull back a little bit, but you can see today, the market came down to pivot 2, 20314, and it brilliantly stopped there and rebounded. So if you look at it in the chart form, in 5 minutes, right, in the interval, you can see very clear now. Okay, you can take a look here, very beautiful. The market actually came down first, touches my pivot 2, stopped there, a bomb signal appears, then all the way, it went all the way up. Okay, so of course at the moment now we are looking at it to go up all the way to 20,578. Okay, let's see whether it can hang down there. The boys are still buying, so let's see where it goes. But if it fails, then of course the selling may bring it down all the way to the 20,314 level. Yeah, so traders, watch out for this. This is going to be very, very interesting. Okay, all right, that is Hang Seng. Let's look at the Nikkei right now. The Nikkei, as we can see on the screen right now, the Nikkei is trying to stay above the pivot 1, 27,448. Pretty sideways the last few days. I think this could be all waiting for any next news from the US side. With a lot of stack around here, the MA 30, MA 200, MLP is all succumbing around the area. So if you ask me, if the market loses 27,448, it will come back down to 27,188. Okay, upside wise, BNB RL, the max top I can see 27,786 level. Okay, all right, so that is the Nikkei, and of course we can look at the FTSE and DAX later on. Okay, FTSE is still sideways today, but the market is not open yet, so I can't give you my view right now. But it's sideways, and I still think that FTSE can come back down to 78.15 in the near term. Yeah, and of course for DAX, not open yet, is ding-donging around the BNB, RL, and SL. You can see every time hit the SL, the market rebound and rebound and rebound. Okay, so if the market really comes off, then 15,109 will be my target for the DAX market. Yep. Okay, that is the indices. Let's look at crude oil. Now for crude oil, we can see it is really moving up. The BNB support level is 76.42, and the market is now trading higher, and I suspect that crude oil can still go higher, and my target with BNB RL is at 78.75 level. Okay, 78.75 level. I think this is the level you can watch out for. This it should be able to come. All right. Okay, for the pivot one is 77.95. Once it breaks, this is a clear-cut short. Okay. All right, so let's go to the currency market. Let's look at the dollar yen. The dollar yen today has a DJDD set up. So if the market stays over OP, which is happening right now, 136.84 will be the first target. Okay, 136.84. Of course, the longer term target 138.10 is still my range right now. Of course, there's no new BNB, but if there's no BNB, then 138.10 should be the next target. Yeah, and with the US dollar now mounting up, it's not too difficult to go there. For pound, of course, we have with the dollar moving up, there will be some resistance at the moment right now. As you can see, the BNB RL here has been a very strong resistance for the pound. So 1.2060 is a very strong resistance. So if it's going to go back down, pound should be coming down back to 1.1922 level. Okay, 1.1922 level for the pound market. And of course for euro, there's a quick one on euro. Euro yesterday recovered strongly due to some news, I believe, but today is back down to pivot 2 at 1.0645. So if the euro goes below it, we should see selling coming back down again to the BNB support level, and that should be about 1.0562 level. Yep. Okay, so traders, watch out for that. Okay, this is going to be very, very important numbers. So traders, watch out for this. Okay. All right, let's look at gold and silver. Let's take a look right now. Okay, let's look at gold. Now, gold has recovered yesterday. It broke above the BNB RL. That's why we went for long. Congratulations for those who follow through. But remember, I told you there's a very strong KCB at between 1839 to 1842. And that was where the market totally resisted it all the way. And of course, if you look at it right now, pretty clear that if gold must stay above the BNB RL at 1831, if it cannot stay above 1831, it may pull back all the way down again to the BNB SL level at 1804. Yeah, so traders, watch out for this 1831 level. And in fact, it coincides with the MLP at the same time. Now for silver, I told you guys to put a bid order at $20. If you've done it, good for you guys. Now, the low was $20.47. It rebounded almost 50 cents from the low. A new BNB is formed. So today it's outright the $21 will be the resistance, and the support will be about $20. Okay. All right. So for silver, I still think that it's a good buy. Once it go lower, you can pick it up at $19.80. It will be a better trade. Okay. Now for Bitcoin, earlier I mentioned to you, Bitcoin is now at the new BNB. So the support level is at 23,000. The upside level is at 24,000. It should be bouncing around here for a few days. But if you ask me, with the KSI doing this right now, I think coming back to 22,000 has a better chance. Okay, that's my view. Of course, I'll be pretty biased on this Bitcoin. I can't deny this because I can't see why anyone will be buying Bitcoin right now at this situation right now. And of course, Ethereum has reached the BNB RL this morning, the new BNB, and that is at 1669. So if the market failed to stay above 1669, it can come back down all the way to the BNB support level, and that's about 1592 area. Okay. Now for me, Ethereum and Bitcoin is the same thing. I don't think they'll be able to be the special one in this time round. So wait for a while. Maybe next year, 2024, they'll do pretty well. All right. This is Cal signing off. Have a great day. Bye-bye.